So, I this is just like part of the piles that I have, that I pulled a couple things from the garage. And what I'm doing from here on out is I made a sorting expert. And what that's going to do is save me time. So I have these things sorted into groups. I've done this a little bit before. I showed it a little bit before, but now I'm actually making an agent for it. Or not an agent, a GTP for it. So like this is group 4, that's group 1. Here's group 2 and here's group 3. The order doesn't matter as long as it knows that. And then I have rulers here, and then that ruler is a reference for that. So I can actually show it, have it reference, and that way it gives it a idea of what size the things is, and that way it can actually figure out the shipping and everything else off this agent. Mind you, I'm in, I think it's version 4.2. I've revised this thing probably 20 different times to the point where I'm not going to get any listings up today. So, but I am very close, and I'm going to let this thing actually, it needs to update, and I'm actually being a little bit ahead of it kind of deal. But these are all the potential listings, and actually I think I only have like 12 listings out of these. And then the other stuff that isn't being listed is going to be set aside into a future pile. It's probably going to go right here, and that would be the future pile for, like right here, these angels, whatever, they won't go up, because I'm trying to stay above $20 net. And once again, I'm factoring all the shipping and everything else. So I need to, the angels won't go up kind of deal. Those will go into the future pile, and maybe later on I find some more angels or whatever, and I can group that into there. But yeah, so my daily uploads to eBay video today is actually not going to be a daily uploads to eBay video. It's just going to be, I guess I'm telling you what I'm doing here. But these will go up. It'll probably just be tomorrow or maybe the next day that they'll go up. As I play around with this thing, revising it just a little bit more. But what this one does is this one just sorts out the stuff. And then from here, I actually have one that lists them specifically, and then it goes into 3 or 4 different AI programs that I have to make listings for those. But this is a sorting agent. All this one's doing is sorting, which is why I'm having such a bit of a, it's going back and forth on it. And that's going to allow me to keep these things and sort them a lot better to increase my workflow. Because right now, what I'm doing is I'm doing a really rough sort of things, and I'm putting up things that are below that $20 metric, and I'm also maybe potentially losing out on grouping things that I really should be grouping, like this thing right here should probably be grouped with that, and I'm not grouping them, and I'm potentially losing cash there kind of deal. So yeah, it's just a tool, folks. It's just a tool kind of deal, and that'll allow me to put stuff in the pile and then bring in more stuff and sort that out kind of deal. But that's what's going on right now, and I'm not going to get any listings up today because I only give myself 5 hours, and actually I'm probably about 12 hours into this, 12 hours into this playing around kind of deal, and I got to go to work. So I mean, what is it? I've been playing around with this since like 9 o'clock. Yeah, I've been at this for 6 hours now. And I was kind of hoping to get a couple of these listings up today, get this thing finalized into sorting piles, so that I could get a couple listings up today. But I really want to refine this thing so that it can sort through stuff and do it in a great manner, in a fast way, that it will, tell me I got it like 98% there. And that other 2%, I'm actually not going to fight with it. I just need to refine maybe a couple of things. Like I'm saying, I'm in version 4.6 on this, which means I've done a whole bunch of revisions, probably like 30 revisions of this, and I'm getting it dang close. And all this is doing is sorting it out, but I want to, make it as mobile friendly as I can. And basically, I have these pictures, okay, and then it asks me questions on, like, what was the branding on that frog, and then I gave it another set of pictures. So it's probably like 12 pictures that I have going through, and from those 12 pictures I can refine it further, and after those 12 pictures I can get it so that it gives me a really simple list, basically saying, grab the radio, grab the frog, grab this, grab that, and then from there I put it into a different listing or a general lister from there. But at least I know at that point that those are going to be over $20 items, and it's going to increase workflow, it's going to increase listings, but sometimes you just got to take a day to do this kind of stuff. So even though I'm not getting any listings up today, which, I'm not getting these listings up today, I'm going through all the heavy work to build that foundation, which will allow me to get more up later. So sometimes you just got to do this, and like I'm saying, it's a midday weekday, but sometimes you got to do this, because otherwise I would have probably put up those angels, even though they, I probably would have put them up for, I don't know. Let's say I do put them up for $20. They might have only sold for $12. So it's better to wait and group those as something else. Maybe I find some other angels, or maybe I find something later. Maybe I have that one right there doing the hand thing, this one doing the other thing, and I got a third one doing something else. And then a third one somewhere in a different box. And maybe I find that later. So those two are going to go in a future pile, and maybe I'll find something else, a third one or a fourth one later, and I can group those up to actually make a respectable $20 listing, instead of just, potentially listing it for $20. It's actually a realistic $12 item kind of deal. And it would sit longer also, but yes, I need to go through and do all that. But I'm real close to that finish line and actually getting that sorter all sorted out. So yes, I can just go through and use AI to do all that. But as far as getting listings up, I'm telling you right now, I got probably like 10 minutes before I got to take off. So nothing's getting listed today. But that's what I guess you could say is going daily uploads to eBay, and you're not going to get any daily uploads to eBay. So I'm probably not going to even make a video there, and it's instead of that video, this is going to be my daily thoughts for the day, which I usually do later in the day. That's what that's going to be, but it's going to be eBay related. But that's what's going on here, is I'm actually not getting up any listings today on 10/29, because I built this thing and I've been playing around with it. Actually, I played around with it all last night, and then I played around with it this morning when I was doing this. Actually, I played around with the concept for about 8 hours last night. Got it to the testing phase, and then I've been testing and refining and testing and refining and testing and refining using these piles and using this setup where that 36 ruler or 36-inch rulers are separating it. And this is just basically what I'm going to be doing kind of deal, is bringing those in and being able to do that. It's worth the time. Sometimes you got to do these things. So it's worth the time. I figure it's worth the time to actually make it work. And kind of deal. Sometimes you just got to play around with these things to get it up, because these items, they'll go up eventually, like a whole bunch. The boombox will probably go up tomorrow. I don't know about the frog. That might go up later kind of deal. Just whatever. It might go up, but it's not going to go up today because I'm out of time. So I got to respect, I got to do my cutoffs, even though I should have stopped like 40 minutes ago and got ready for work. But so I'm going to hurry up and get ready for work, and as this video is uploading. But that's what's going on today. I guess this is a daily thoughts video, so I'm not going to have any daily uploads to eBay video, because that doesn't seem justified to call that. So anyway, you got to do that. At times you just got to put out updates to any business or anything, especially when using like AI. You just got to refine the heck out of it. So there we go. That's what's going on today. As I made all this, and I probably spent over 12 hours up to this point, and I'm in the finishing line where I'm pretty sure I have it 100% working. I just need to wait for GTP to update it, because I'm running into an issue where I was playing with 4.3, and I was like, what version are you running on? And it was like, I'm running at 4.3. No, you should be running on 4.4 kind of deal. And so I'm running into that issue at this point, so I need to pretty much wait, and I'm going to play around with this tomorrow morning, and I'm getting listings up tomorrow morning, no doubt. I'm going to show you what I'm listing. I'm going to sort all this out, do a final sort, and then I'll have them into piles. So I'll be able to say, instead of this stuff over here, I'll have the sorted piles, or what I'm actually listing over here, and potentially that'll be over there, and then these two will probably be future items kind of deal. and I'll just keep doing that, and then the next day I'll bring in another box, and that'll be over here and over here that's in a box, and potentially those can incorporate with something from over here to make a $20 listing kind of deal. I'll just keep doing that. And I mean, some things like these generic wooden whatevers, which I don't even think they're I don't know, that does have a hole. It's whatever. I think it's a single piece of wood, though. Those are never going to sell. So those will be, stuff like that that's just never going to sell is going to be tossed kind of deal. Or not tossed, given to Goodwill. And maybe somebody can play around with it in Goodwill. But as far as an eBay listing, that doesn't make sense to throw those up as eBay listings because they'll sit forever kind of deal. Because somebody's going to have to pay probably, I'm guessing that's over £1, so it's going to be £2, and that's roughly, I'm going to call it an 8x8x8 box, roughly, and something along those, or yeah, probably an 8x8x8, because it's usually bigger than 6 inches. So that will probably be a, let's call it $10. So that'll be $10, and I'm going to have to ask at least $10, and once again, I'm below my $20 there, but I would have to ask $10, and there's no way anybody's going to pay me $10 for that. If they got a $20 total for these things, which, I mean, it's a great Goodwill item. It's like maybe $1 Goodwill item, and even Goodwill might toss it, but kind of deal. But these are never going to sell. So those will end up going not into a feature piles. Those will just kind of disappear and go to Goodwill, and then Goodwill can decide what they want to do with it. But something like those are just not going to go. The Angels and such might eventually sell, but these will never sell. These things right here, this is probably a $10 item. It might go to Goodwill. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, no chips and such, but same deal. I need to be more refined in what I'm doing with stuff like this, that they're realistically $10 items and probably $10 in shipping. So it's a $20 item. Well, it's sketchy. I mean, you might get a great person. You might get somebody that wants it for $30, but I doubt it kind of deal. So I gotta go through, and even on those feature items, like I still gotta like see if I can find something. Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna run into an issue where I'm at right now, where I'm just listing things that I really shouldn't be listing. And then I also have it where I'm maybe potentially throwing away things or giving things to Goodwill that I really shouldn't be giving to Goodwill. Those should actually be held for a future pile, and maybe I'll find something later kind of deal. And I've done that a couple times where I give it to Goodwill, and then later on I find like something that would have been perfect for this, and it would have made an easy $20 or $30 listing, net listing, if I would have just hanged on to it. So that's where I'm at right now. That's what I'm playing around with right now, and no listings up today because yes, but this is going to be my daily thoughts video of just sometimes you need to work on the business, and that's where I am today. As I was working on the business all day, all my potential day business, eBay business working time is pretty much used up today because I did this. But I should be able to hit it pretty hard tomorrow and have this stuff all sorted out and figured out and all ready to go. And into this is what I'm listing today. If I get all that done, I'll be able to get to this kind of deal. And then, and then have 2 feature piles that I can do. And then the next day I can bring in a single box, lay all that out, take pictures of those and these, and then have this sorter that I just made, sort everything out and potentially maybe group some of this stuff with the new stuff. So that's where I'm at. It's actually being a little bit longer than usual, but this is going to be my daily uploads video. So there you guys go. Yeah, thank you guys. See ya.